competitive golfers, we talked a little bit about how we're going to work on our putting. And for those of you who want a little bit more structure, a little more guidance in how we understand and control speed, I've got a small little drill or practice routine to help you better understand the harmony between the length of your stroke and how far that hits the ball. So what I've got set up here is, right now I've got 3 tees, okay? And you could set this up on the putting green, and I've got 5 golf balls. I've got 1 tee in the middle where I'm gonna put the ball in the putter, and I've got a tee on either side, okay? A putter length apart, okay? That tee's a putter length apart, that tee's a putter length apart, and the ball's gonna set in the middle. Basically, if our feet are about shoulder width apart, they're just slightly outside of my toes. And that is going to be our first benchmark in our putting distance. So what I'm going to try to do is, before we start, is I'm going to get that set up, feet nice and shoulder width apart, and I'm just going to take some practice strokes and feel what taking the putter from tee to tee feels like in a nice even tempo. So let's practice that first. Basically tee to tee or toe to toe. Once I've got that down, I'm going to add the ball, and I'm going to keep that same tempo, toe to toe, and I'm going to hit 5 putts doing that. Now obviously out on the putting green, we're going to have the ball, it's going to finish out on the green. Here in our simulator, hopefully it's going to give me the distances of these putts, toe to toe, toe to toe. So that last one was 15 feet. That one was 17 feet. Toe to toe. About 13.5 feet. And toe to toe. So we've got 5 balls all out there somewhere between 12.5 feet to 17 feet. It gives us a good window of how far these putts are going to go. Now when you're out there on the putting green, all you have to do is go, and you're gonna pace it off, big steps, and each step that you take is about 3 feet, okay? So all you do is, let's say you take 5 steps, you multiply that by 3, you hit that putt about 15 feet. So you'll get a good idea of how far the ball will go when you're making that toe-to-toe putting stroke. Now if you have, let's say, half that distance, you're a 7-foot putt, 8-foot putt, we're going to do about half of toe-to-toe. Let's say we're 30 feet, okay? We can add another tee on each side, and we'll double or about double the length of our putting stroke, okay? And hopefully get something that is about 30 feet. That gives us a good idea of how far we are hitting our putts. And again, like I mentioned in our previous video, our speed is so important when we are putting, and I hope this helps you get a better idea of the length of stroke, the amount of force that we need to put on a golf ball to make it go a certain distance.